Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm feeling good today. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I just came from the dentist office.
All right, take care. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. I hate the dentist, but that was a delightful experience. Yeah, it's not my favorite kind of spot. I hate medical things, but you know, it's stuff you gotta do. So glad I knocked that out. Very nice people. I'm like hype for today's topic. There's one thing I gotta do.
Please hold while your call is being transferred to the operator. How may I direct your call?
Hi,
Please hold while you... Let me see. Correct.
got it, okay, makes sense. You see that? I got a notice of cancellation. It was for my car insurance, and like they said, it was like $136 that I didn't pay or whatever. It's because, so when you get married, Everett? Hi! Oh. Hi! Hi, buddy! Yep, okay. Okay. Alright, we're going potty. We are going potty. Those are the terms he understands. Go potty, Everett. Oh my boy! Gosh, what a good little guy! Hi. He did so good. Honestly, for 4.5 months, he's doing pretty good with potty training right now. We're still figuring out his poop schedule, but that's another story for another time. Ready to go back in? Let's go. Just forward. Anything I added regarding leadership in it, the new icon is in there. So just okay. So a little talk with the client there during lunch. But what I did want to talk about while I'm making my lunch is the fact that whenever you're running a company and you have people that work for you, so I work for Scott, and there's actually a group of us that work for Scott. But I've been with Scott for a while, and I understand lately, especially as he's traveling, that there are things that he's looking for that he's kind of expecting of us while he's gone. And as a business owner, obviously you're gonna be expecting of these things anytime, even if he is here, but because he is gone, he can't physically be here, so which means he can't physically check in, he can't like physically oversee and look at what we're doing, so he's expecting of us to take care of those things while he's gone. And I kind of wanted to talk about what those things are, kind of get a perspective from his side and from my side, that kind of relationship between the two of us, even though he isn't physically here.
All right, so no question about it. One of the hardest things about traveling as a business owner is, well, what does your team do when you're gone? And I've always just made it a point to try to lead people as good as possible and to teach people as good as possible so that I don't have to be there all the time. And my team does a great job of that, and that's all I expect. I expect them to continue to do the same things as they did when I was there. So I expect them to still show up on time. I expect them to still get their task list from the same place. I expect them to complete tasks. I expect them to just do the same thing, and I don't expect anything different than that. So that's really the expectation I have, and my team does an awesome job of that.
So first things first is time. In case nobody told you this, time is money. And when somebody's paying you for your time, that is very valuable to the employer. That is money that is going out of their pocket into yours for your time and for your skill set. So obviously the more valuable you are, the more money you get, but that's besides the point. The point is that you're getting money for your time. And you wanna be honest and truthful with that. I would say as an employee, it's probably very easy to, when your boss isn't around, to maybe check your phone a little bit more, or to do things that aren't honest with your time. And that's literally what you don't want to do, because one, it's dishonest, and two, if you were the employer, would you want people just messing around on your dime? Probably not. So the best thing to do is to be honest and truthful with your time, take it seriously, and really respect the fact that they're paying you for that time. So work hard, don't lollygag. Everett, I have a puppy, so now I have to like, you know, check in on it. Okay, number 2 is honesty. Yes, of course, you want to be honest with your time, just like we talked about, but you also want to respect the position that you've been given. You know, I'm assuming when you have a job, you're going to either be in a business, in their business, in an establishment that's not yours, in an office maybe that's not yours, you know, on a job site that's not yours, maybe with gear or with equipment or with product that's not yours. And so you want to respect this stuff. You don't want to steal, you don't want to take from, you don't want to break things, you don't want to like misuse things. You want to be honest with your time, with the equipment, with everything that you've been given for you to be able to be paid. You want to be honest with that. And the only way that you can build trust is through honesty. So be honest, don't be freaking dumb. Finally, number 3 is communication. Here's what I've learned. Great communication leads to great expectation, and great expectation then leads to great execution. See, if you're an employer, it's important to have great communication with your employees. And if you're an employee, it's important that you create great communication with your leadership, even if they haven't done it themselves. Because every employer is gonna have expectations, but if you're not on the same page and you're not communicating well, those expectations are not gonna be the same. And so something that we like to do is obviously we like to use Slack, where we communicate a lot for business, but we also like to use audio messages as well, because that really sets the tone. So sometimes in messages, like actual text, you can't really understand the tone of what they're saying, or maybe the feeling. Hey, Everett, no. All right. Everett's eating the wood off of our chest here. And the nice thing about this chest is it's kind of rustic looking already, but I don't think Mom would be very happy if you were eating wood, bro. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. I hope this was valuable, helpful in some way. A lot of employers are gonna say things like, very difficult to find employees that are honest like that, that are you know, understanding like that, or that really care like that. Leadership starts with the top. So if you're an employer and you don't care about this kind of stuff, then you're in the wrong. And if you're an employee that doesn't care about this stuff, then you shouldn't have that job. But if you're an employer that does care about this stuff, you're gonna do great, and you're gonna filter out the employees that don't care about that over time. And if you're an employee that cares about this stuff, but you have employers that don't, then you should find another job, or you should start a business and do things yourself. Because this relationship between employee and employer matters so much for a successful business. I'm leading at church this week, so we got practice tonight. If I was to make an updated worship leader video, like on my channel, about what it's like to be a worship leader on a Sunday morning, would that be of any interest to you? Because I'm still definitely worship leading here. I just haven't made a video about it in a while. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something you'd have interest in for sure. But hey, I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and let's cue up this cinematic worship practice. I'll see ya. Yeah, no, I forgot that I was like leading, so I didn't really have enough time to like actually film anything. I fell against the couch.
Ow! Down. Down.
Dude, she followed him around the whole table. He's just jumping up and she's pushing him down, jumping up and pushing him down.
Alright, I want to eat my dinner in peace, everybody.
The worst.